Hello and welcome back. This week we will review Access. You will create a simple database for your assignment. There will be no project or capstone required. What is a database? Databases are used by many organizations to manage data. A database is an organized collection of integrated and related tables. A database management system allows you to create and manage the data by adding, deleting, and updating records. You can sort and retrieve data and create queries and reports related to that data. Using a database management system, people can build applications to enable organizations to track orders and deliveries, manage retail sales and inventory, maintain employee payroll records, update patient health data, and track student progress. Throughout the chapter, you can learn more about these database concepts by using Access to create a simple database. And again, there will be no project or capstone required. As with past weeks, let's have a brief overview of the course objectives and expected outcomes, starting with this slide. With Access, review the hierarchy of data in the slide, which consists of a field, record, table, and database. Unlike other Microsoft products, such as Word, Excel, or PowerPoint, before you start your Access project, you must use the blank database button, then create and save your assignment first before you work on the project. So with Word, Excel, or PowerPoint, you can start working first, then save your project in the middle or at the end. But with Access, you have to save before you do anything with your database. There are naming rules. You'll need to name each of the objects you create and use it in Access. When you first create an object, Access assigns a generic name, such as Table 1. The first time you save an object, you may want to use a meaningful name that describes the contents of the object. Form and report objects may also have other components, such as buttons or labels. These components are called controls. So your employer may have generic or specific guidances or guidelines to follow when naming objects, fields, and controls. In addition to those guidelines, pay attention to the following Access naming rules listed on the slide, such as names can have a maximum of 64 characters. The characters can be letters, numbers, and spaces, as well as other rules. Each field in your database must be assigned a specific data type. The data type determines which properties can be manipulated and how that field can be used. So look at the slide to see the various data types: short text, long text, number, currency, hyperlink, yes or no, attachment, or calculated, as well as the others. Databases typically contain many different objects. Each object is initially created using the Create tab. Once the object is created, you can use one of the different views to define the object or to change the object. You can open objects directly from the navigation page. The selection you make when opening an object determines the view that displays. Each object type has a different or a default view, which will open when you double click the object name in the navigation page. The default view displays the contents of that object. Databases typically contain multiple tables. You can add a new table to your database from the Create tab. Tables using the Table button automatically open in Datasheet view. So in summary, you'll understand and explain data organization concepts, create a database, create a table in Datasheet view, import data records from Excel, navigate table records in Datasheet view, and search, sort, and filter records in a table. That concludes the overview of Access. Follow the directions and much success with the assignment.